Next week, Portland celebrates one of its oldest traditions.
And tints the Portland rose with blush and beauty.
Rose Festival kicks off Memorial Day weekend, and its centerpiece, the Grand Floral Parade. Reigning over it all, the Queen of Rosaria and her court, selected from more than a dozen area high schools.
But did you know this is not a beauty pageant? And in a special Women Crush Wednesday, we're going beyond the crown to show you where some of them are now. KOIN TV's earliest parade footage dates back to 1925, when the Rose Princesses were daughters of local dignitaries. Since 1930, one young woman is picked to represent her local high school.
Since it's been part of the school program, it's really a scholarship program, first and foremost.
There's a rigorous application process, community service, and a 3.0 GPA are required. Make it to the court, and one queen is crowned. And in the case of Robin Marks,
1980 Queen of Rosaria, Robin Marks and her court,
it was history in the making.
My mom said, to be myself, and which was wonderful because Rose Festival didn't expect us to be anyone other than who we were.
The Lincoln track star was the organization's first African-American queen.
I became more interested, I think, as I learned that Rose Festival had opportunities to make networking connections, but more importantly, scholarship money, because I knew I needed as much money as I could to go to school.
Robin continued to compete in track and field at the University of Arizona, qualified for the Olympic trials, and even founded a running camp for kids.
Here we are, fast forward. I've been teaching middle school math for close to 15 years.
She's also a three-sport coach and gives students the same advice her mother told her.
Just be who you are and let people embrace that. I think people recognize when you're genuine.
We need that nowadays, right?
Yeah.
From the track to the court, Alicia Moreland played basketball, soccer, and tennis at Jefferson.
And I went to school every day in wrinkled jeans and a white t-shirt.
The self-professed tomboy never wanted to be a Rose Princess until someone dared her, eventually being crowned queen in 1998.
Rose Festival was more than it was about beauty and the crown. It was about leadership and service.
Now a mother, wife, and psychiatrist at OHSU, Dr. Moreland Capuya studied at Stanford, is an acclaimed public speaker, and even built a healthcare clinic in Africa, but remembers how eye-opening it was to travel with the Rose Court all across Oregon.
Struggle and suffering is universal. We're not just, exposing you to the challenges, but we honestly believe that the reason you were selected to be on this court is because you actually have some sort of sense of agency. So what are you going to do about it?
From atop the Rose Court to working for a top Oregon lawmaker, Grace Neal Stratton strives to find solutions every day.
I really enjoy that opportunity to feel like I'm not just living in my community, but I'm a part of it.
The Cleveland grad landed a job with Senator Ron Wyden 5 years ago and credits the court.
One of the skill sets that I thought I was pretty strong in, but realized I actually learned a lot more in the court process, was my public speaking and talking with people from all different walks of life.
Looking back, the former athlete and National Honor Society member says the festival was always fun and full of networking.
People were coming up to us and giving us their business cards for internships, for future job interests, for informational interviews. I mean, that's what this was really about.
Grace was the queen in 2006, and in a month, a new one will reign over Portland and its famous parade, part of a tradition that's just as strong as the women who represent their community.
Go for it. Go for it. Even if you have a little bit of doubt, what you will gain going through the process is invaluable. It can't be replaced.
And I'm sure they're all great, but I got to tell you, those three, it was an honor to meet them and sit down. They are so powerful, what they are doing with their lives. And besides all the traveling that they get to do, and that $3,500 scholarship, each Rose Princess is part of a mentorship program too. This is huge for them. They're paired one-on-one with a top female executive, so they gain advice, they gain empowerment. But all the women I spoke with say that their biggest takeaway is really these enduring friendships that they have with the rest of the court, because they really all become like sisters.
Yeah, and it's these kind of traditions, especially with accomplished people, that bind us together. The next Rose Queen will be crowned before the Grand Floral Parade, June 8th. We posted more on the Rose Festival and the history of the court at KOIN.com.